Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen, this is my channel. So, I need to talk to you guys about what happened yesterday, the mini binge that happened, what led up to it, and what transpired after it. This is not easy for me, and I've debated on whether to make this video or not. I already logged the food in MyFitnessPal yesterday, so it's not an actual secret. There's a couple people in my real life that know what happened, but I was debating on whether making a video about it, but my channel is about the real struggle, and like I've always said, my journey is not going to be perfect, but I will consistently be honest, and I will consistently keep moving forward. I'm not giving up just because of yesterday, but I do feel pretty shitty about myself right now. And this isn't a video to ask for sympathy, to look for sympathy, to look for pats on the back and say it's okay. It's not okay. Binging is never okay. There's never a good enough excuse to binge. But I'm just letting you know what happened and how I'm feeling right now about my whole life. So, I've never really gotten a lot of hate in my real life. That is, people making fun of me. Sure, there are those ignorant people that make comments or they stare and you know they're looking at you because you're fat. But I've been lucky enough, I think maybe because I live in a small town, I don't know. Even when I was going out a lot, when I was going to school, when I was in high school years ago, I never got the amount of hate that some people get. When I was going to college a few years ago, I never got any kind of hate at college. I'm sure that there were people that said things behind my back, like all people do, but to my face, nobody ever said anything to me. I've just never really experienced that. I've been lucky enough. So, I've lived in this building for 8 years, and I've known this particular woman for 8 years, and she is kind of a little eccentric, if you want to call it. She's not always a friendly person, not in a not friendly, like, I don't know how to explain this without, I'm not calling her a bad person. She's just not very sociable. I'm sure she has her own reasons for being that way. I don't know her that well. I just know I've spoken to her. We've exchanged hellos, and she never gets too personal with people. I guess that's the way to put it. And it's not just me. She just doesn't get personal with anybody. So, yesterday I was on my way downstairs. I offered to get my neighbor's mail and get my own mail while I was going down. And then I was taking a couple packages down that were left at somebody's door that didn't belong there. Anyhow, I was waiting on the elevator, and the elevator door opened, and she was on the elevator, and she was standing almost directly in front of the elevator door, kind of like blocking the door, and there was nobody else on the elevator but her. And she kind of looked at me like a deer in the headlight kind of look. And she was like, how about I just send the elevator back up for you? And it kind of flabbergasted me. Usually I have a comeback if I do run into the situation where somebody's an ass. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that word. But if somebody's rude, I usually have a comeback, and I do have something smart to say. But it caught me so off guard because I didn't expect that from her. She's one of these types that, and I'm not putting down religious people, but she is very religious, very, very religious. Usually the only thing she refers to is the Bible, and she condemns other people who do not read the Bible, who do not go to church. She thinks other people that do not do those things are not true Christians or not true believers or whatever. I don't know exactly what she believes, but That's pretty much what she said in the past. So I didn't expect that to come from her. I was very blown away, and I was like, oh, okay. So I just waited for the next elevator to come. And I thought, well, maybe it was something she was going through. I'm not going to jump. Because the first thing I think is because I'm fat. Probably that's a defense thing. Probably, maybe it's because it's a true thing. I don't know why she wouldn't have wanted me on the elevator with her. I've ridden the elevator with her before, with her and other people. So I don't understand that. I know I'm big, but I'm not too big to fit on an elevator. Especially with other people. So, like I said, the elevator came again. I got on the elevator. I went down to the main floor. And as I was getting off the elevator, enough time had passed. She had went and got a soda out of the machine, and she was coming back. And she jumped on the elevator that I was getting off of. And another guy got on the elevator with her. And she didn't make any kind of excuse or ask him to wait for the next elevator. She just got on the elevator and asked him what floor. And I was really, really offended because I thought maybe for a minute it was just her. Maybe she was anxious, didn't want to be on the elevator with somebody else. But obviously it was me and she had a problem with. I have no idea why, other than because I'm fat and she didn't want to ride on the elevator with me while I was fat because I'm fat. But like I said, I've never run into anything like that before. I never run into anything with her about that before. So it really, really hurt my feelings more than I probably should have let it. And it's funny that I would let something like that hurt my feelings when I'm on the internet and I put myself out there and I get some really hateful, critical comments that don't affect me, but I guess because this is real life hurts worse than the internet. So that left me feeling really self-conscious about myself. And I was supposed to go back downstairs last night and talk to some people and kind of like be social and hang out for a little while, but I didn't. And so while I was down there, I decided to go and get a snack out of the machine. Now, logically, I probably should have thought that if I thought being fat was a problem, I shouldn't add to the problem and eat. But that was not my mindset. My mindset was to eat because I wanted to eat the feelings away. So I got a little like cherry cheese Danish thing out of the vending machine, which is 440 calories, and a little bag of cheese puffs, which was 120 calories. And I did log those things in my FitnessPal, but that made me start thinking about how I define a binge. There was a lot of debate about the donuts, whether it was a binge. So I Googled the definition of the word binge. It's anything in excess, however you want to say the word. So I guess I was defending eating the donuts as not a binge. I didn't consider them a binge because my definition of a binge has always been eating a lot of food for emotional reasons, for emotional comforts. I've always just thought eating too much food was just overeating, not necessarily a binge. So that's why I have said in the comments of that video about that not being a binge. But I guess if you go according to the definition of the true word binge, it was a binge. But that wasn't, those donuts were not eaten in response to any kind of an emotional thing. It was just because I wanted them and I ate them. But this was definitely an emotional thing, and I definitely consider this a binge. So I ate that food really, really fast because that's what I do when I binge. I don't sit down and enjoy the food. I just shovel it down really fast because I felt bad about myself, and I still feel horrible about myself. So all night last night, I ate my dinner, and I did make a video of what I eat in a day's. I just haven't posted it yet because I tried to post it last night and my internet was just really slow, and I got just fed up with it, and I didn't want to bother because I was in too bad of a mood, so I just didn't upload it. I still have it, and that's the food that I ate for Tuesday and Wednesday, which I will upload after I upload this video. And I do show in that video those 2 items that I ate. But after I ate my dinner last night and I started my fasting for today, I wanted to eat more, and I was really, really close to just saying, forget it, this sucks. I'd rather just eat my feelings and not worry about it. Of course, then it seemed like that one incident triggered a bunch of things in my mind. Like, then I started feeling bad because there's somebody in my life who is losing a parent, and they're on hospice, and it's somebody that I'm very close to, and I want really bad to be there for them, physically there for them, not type them a message on the internet or call them on the phone. I want to be there for them. And because of the damage that I've caused myself in the past, I can't. If I wouldn't have been morbidly obese, I could have had this cancer situation taken care of a long time ago and been on with my life. And I could be there for them. I could travel to where they are and be there with them in this really hard time. And that person is so sweet and understanding. And then that even makes me feel worse because I don't feel that they should be understanding. I think that they should be mad at me for not being there for them. So, luckily I did not eat anything after my dinner last night. Like I said, I got frustrated with my video not uploading, so I just went to sleep. This morning when I woke up, I wanted to eat again because I still feel crappy about myself. I made my green tea, but I didn't even drink that. Today's also a bad pain day. I'm having a lot of PMS symptoms, exaggerated ones that are really bad. And so just emotionally, physically today, I'm not doing well at all. I had my therapy appointment this morning, and I'm not quite ready to talk about that yet, but I will in the next few days. And I do have another one scheduled for next week. But I want to eat really, really badly. And I want to just say, forget all this. It's not worth it, and I want to give up. I'm not going to, but I want to. That's where my mind is right now. And I keep telling myself that this is not going to last forever. I'm not going to feel this down and depressed and hopeless forever. And I just need to hold on until this feeling passes. But it's been almost 24 hours now, and it hasn't passed. So that's what happened yesterday. I'm going to spend the rest of today focusing on answering emails and messages and try to get caught up with that. I'm very far behind, so if you've emailed me or left me a message, please don't be discouraged. Like I say all the time, I will get back to you. I'm just behind right now, and I'm struggling. So Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Usually I'm not at a loss for words, but I kind of am. I just wanted to make this video and be accountable for how Wednesday and Thursday went. Well, today's Thursday. How Wednesday and today is going. Not in the best of places right now. Alright, that's all for me for today. I will see you guys again tomorrow or Saturday. I hope you guys are having a good Valentine's Day. I love you all very much. Bye.